I've got the Canon 5D SR that went along with me on the Iceland trip, and I want to share a couple of things that I learned while using the camera, and something that I change as soon as these cameras land in my hand. Let's start with that change first. It has to do with customization, and it's really easy when you're in this screen. You just press Q to navigate around this quick menu. I want to go into the custom controls right here. And by default, let's actually do this first. By default, when you half press the shutter, it refocuses or focuses, and then you can take a picture when you press it all the way. And it's going to do that every time. I really like to be in control of my cameras, and there are plenty of times where I've already got focus for the shot. I don't need it to refocus, and so that's when I use back button focus and take focus away from the shutter button and just have it do metering. We can do that really easily, getting out of here, going into the Q menu, and these are our custom controls. So right now we've got the shutter button half pressed. What should it do? We have three options. We can have it meter and AF start, which is the autofocus. We can have it just meter, or we can have it just lock auto exposure. I'm going to have it just metering start. Now, professional level cameras like the 5D Mark III, 5DS, 5DR have a dedicated AF on button back here that is already assigned metering and AF start. So it basically does the same stuff as the shutter when you push it. It doesn't take the picture, but it does the autofocusing and the metering. And that's exactly how I like it. So I'm just going to leave that there. One other change that I do like making is the set button I assign to be magnification. This makes it one-handed operation very quick. I'll show you what this allows you to do. The set button currently isn't assigned to anything other than choosing set when you're in a menu item. But now if I take a picture and we review that picture on the back of the camera, I can press set and immediately zoom in. So this is really nice when I'm shooting weddings, and every once in a while I need to critically check focus. It makes it for a very fast operation. I can check that I got focus and know that I can move on in my shooting, or I need to shoot some more shots to make sure I get one that's sharp. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that I used in Iceland fairly often is the intervalometer. So we're going to go into the menu. And fourth item on the photo menu is interval timer. And we can enable that. And then we can press info to go into its settings. We can set our interval, how much time should be between each picture, for hours, minutes, or seconds. And we can set our number of shots. We can go from 0, which is actually unlimited, so it'll keep taking pictures until you run out of card space or your battery, or you come along and stop it by turning it off, up to 99. Now, I'll just real quick put this little idea in your head. Intervalometer set to every 1 second is a great way to take family photos if you want to be part of the pictures. You don't need to set the self timer, have it take a picture or two and hope they come out, come back and check. No, go set it to take 10 or 15 photos every 1 second, run over with your family, and then you've got a nice set of pictures it's going to run through. You can be silly in some, you can be serious in a few, and it's a nice way to get some family shots without having to run back and forth in between. Well, you can't quite set it for 000. What this will do is create a file for the number of shots you have with that interval in between. It's going to be whatever size. So right now I have it set for medium raw. It's going to set medium raw. Then it's up to you to bring these back if you want to make a time lapse out of them, to process them in Lightroom or a Lightroom time lapse app, however you want to do that. There's another way though to get a video out of the time lapse. If you switch to video mode and you go back into the menu, notice that the intervalometer is now gone, but we do have on the last page of the photo menu, time-lapse movie, and we can enable this and press info. And in a lot of ways, this looks quite similar. We have our interval, and we have our number of shots we can take. We are limited here now. The highest that I've seen this go is 3,500. And when you set it that high, it gives you, well, when you set it at anything, it gives you the amount of time it's going to record for, 2 hours and 54 minutes, let's call it 3 hours, and the resulting file that you're going to get is a video that's going to play back for 2 minutes. That might seem like a lot of time for a short clip, but honestly, if you're doing time lapses, most of the time you're putting multiple clips together, and a 2-minute long time lapse of the same thing, a busy city street or clouds rolling by, is really long. Generally, you want this number to be down around 5, 10, 15 seconds, unless you're doing something very interesting like sunset to starry skies and things of that sort. So let's say all that is okay. So we're going to press OK. Now it is very quiet. In fact, it does not use the shutter. It uses the electronic shutter on the sensor. It may even be running the sensor the whole time and just recording at a ridiculously low frame rate. I'm not sure. But either way, it's very quiet. And the benefit is that it's quiet and you get a video file immediately afterwards. The downside, that's a greater impact on your battery life, and you have less editing capabilities than you would if you shot in a RAW format, or even JPEG really, and then put those together and made editing changes. So there's pros and cons to both of them, but I just wanted to share that with you. I really liked this time-lapse movie mode. I used it in Iceland several times. I'm really happy with the way they came out for making quick videos, because it really is computer intensive to take a series of images, process them, and put them out as a movie, and to have it all done in camera is really nice. So I just wanted to share those couple of quick thoughts about you with this camera. And if you've got any questions about customization, back button focus, time-lapse, movie mode, you can leave a comment right down below. Thanks for watching.